y'all, so today's video is a little different. I want to start venturing off and start doing different type of videos. I don't want to just give hair advice, plus I'm running out of advice to give. So I figured while y'all already here, why not get to know me a little bit better? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? I colored it on live, so if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely want to follow me on Instagram, because I was on Instagram live for like 3 hours showing how I colored this hair, styled it, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I want to wear my wig, but I can't wear my wig unless my hair is braided down. So I already started to braid my hair down. So I figured, okay, why not do like a get ready with me type of video, but also make it a story time. I was on Facebook and so y'all can see I kind of started my braids, but I need to do the back. I was on Facebook this morning and I saw like this post. My hair is just a mess. I saw this post about this mom warning parents, like, watch your children on Facebook because it's sexual predators out there that's pretty much preying on your kids or whatever. The mom, like, she went live on Facebook. It was so sad, y'all, because she was talking about how, I guess I'll go ahead and tell y'all. It was like a predator, and he's a registered sex offender. So he had been sending naked pictures of himself to her daughter on Facebook. And her daughter has been declining, like deleting his pictures, declining his messages or whatnot. And how the mom ended up finding out about this was because a police officer, or like a sheriff deputy or whatever you want to call it, called the mom to let the mom know that this sexual predator, he has photos of her daughter. He knows what school her daughter goes to, her friends. He knows every single last thing about her daughter, all because he's been watching her on Facebook. And the mom was just so spooked and freaked out about that. So it was just weird, and it had me thinking about like some weird experiences, some weird things I experienced, and it made me like think of this one time, which is pretty much the story time that I'm gonna tell y'all. This one time, like it was like 1 or 2 men like pretty much chased me from the bus stop, and y'all, it was the scariest thing ever. But before I get into this video, I'm just gonna briefly tell y'all, before I get into the story, I'm just gonna tell y'all what I'm doing. So I had already washed my hair maybe sometime last week, and then I put my hair into these 6 dookie braids or whatever. So now I'm taking out those 6 dookie braids and just braiding my hair into smaller braids so that my hair is flat and I'm able to wear my wigs the way I would like to wear them, okay? Because I don't like bumpy, lumpy wigs or whatnot. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've been taking out the jumbo braids and taking the hair section by section, spraying some water on the hair, blowing it out, and then braiding the hair in smaller sections. So yeah, let me take this section out. I can't believe I let my hair get this doggone dry. So yeah, I can't do nothing with my hair when it's dry. Like I can't comb it, I can't brush it, I can't nothing, okay? And I have 4C, 4B. Mostly 4C hair, but I do have 4B hair. And I have not been taking care of my hair, so it could be longer than what it is, but it's still armpit length. Spray bottle, I need to put some more water in here. And I'm spraying my hair, making it wet again. I'm gonna use my BioSilk to just kind of, I don't know, protect it from heat a little bit. Then I'm gonna blow it out, and then I'm gonna braid it, pretty much. Okay. Around when I was in high school, I think I had to be like in the 10th grade. I was in high school, and it started happening. Well, it really was like it really happened like on 2 days or whatever. So first of all, let me tell you the type of neighborhood I was living in. So my parents, they never really owned a house. They finally own the house they're in now, but they've never owned a house. They always pretty much rented houses. Pretty much my entire life, not my entire life. We used to like live in apartments, and then they started renting houses or whatever. So my parents, they never really had like the best jobs. They always had like basic average jobs. So it's not like they could afford to live in the best neighborhoods. So the particular neighborhood that we lived in, it was it was terrible. There were literally prostitutes on the corner. Like, as I would wake up in the morning to go to my bus stop, and the bus would pick us up around 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15. So you really was leaving the house. Like, the bus stop probably was like 8 minutes away. If you kind of walked a little fast. But that was like, you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to start getting ready for school or whatever, and then, you know, leave the house 6:05 at the latest, so you can get to your bus stop in time, just in case your school bus come early or whatnot. So this is how early we would be getting up to walk to our bus stop by ourselves. And the fact that me, my older brother, and my older sister, we went to completely different schools, so we would be walking out the house at different times. We would be walking by ourselves. And this is also like during the time of the year where it's still pitch black, like pitch freaking black at 6 o'clock in the morning. There would be times when I'll walk out the house and it would be prostitutes. Like, we lived on the corner, so it would be prostitutes walking up and down the corner. Like, that's how bad it really was. I can't see the back of my head, so I really don't know what the back of my head gonna look like. I hate shrinkage. Don't y'all hate shrinkage? I feel like my hair has been afro, like an afro, ever since I went natural. Just a little afro, don't do nothing much, just afro. We lived, the way our house was set up, we lived on the corner, but even though we lived on the corner, there was not a stop sign like on our street. Like, I can't explain it. We lived on the corner. So this is the corner. This is the corner that we lived on. And it was a main road. So the main road had no stop signs. But on this side of our house, there was a stop sign, right? So this is like the side of our house. It's a stop sign on the side of our house. But the street in the front of our house, it was like a straight shot. Like, no stop signs until you get all the way to the end of the road. So I've always been the person to be outside all the time, you know, walking around the neighborhood. That's just how I always been. Like, walk around the neighborhood with your friends, y'all socializing, gossiping, or whatever. Y'all might go to the park, might go to the corner store. You know, I've always been like an outside type of person. But when I lived in this particular neighborhood, I stopped kind of going outside because the men over there were creeps. Like, we would literally just be sitting on our front porch, minding our business. So remember, no stop sign on this street that's going like all the way up, okay? No stop sign. Man, like old man, while we're sitting on the front porch, old man would literally drive in front of our house and stop and just stare. Like, literally just driving, and then they see us outside, and then they just start driving slow, or they stop and they're just staring. And it was just like, okay, these some perverted ass men. Like, let me go in the house. So I kind of stopped going outside. Between that and the prostitution that was going on, I definitely stopped going outside. It was just weird. It was uncomfortable. That's the type of neighborhood I lived in. Now, I don't want to make it seem like it was prostitution going on every day on the corner. Well, it could have been. At least I didn't see it every day. You know, at least I didn't see it every day. But that's probably one of like the worst neighborhoods we lived in. Also, this was the same neighborhood with my brother. He was robbed at gunpoint on 2 different occasions. The neighborhood definitely had like, it was not the type of neighborhood that you want your kids to be in. So on the way to the bus stop early in the morning, it was like so I just pretty much blow dry like the little section out so it makes it easier for me to braid the hair. On the street that the bus stop was on, it was like this little store. I can't even remember the type of store it was. I know they had like a big old barbecue pit on the outside or something like that, a grill or something. So maybe it was a barbecue store, but at the same time, I feel like they did clothing alterations and sold CDs. Listen, I'm confused. I don't know what type of store it was, but I remember it used to be some grown man that would sit outside the store. On different occasions, like the grown men, they would speak. They'd be like, "Good morning, how you doing?" And just like, I don't know, it's like a respect thing, I guess, in a sense. So when somebody speak to you, it's kind of like speak back. Even though like, I never really cared to speak to strangers or to speak to grown men I don't know. But it was just always like a weird vibe that I would get from these men. So I was just like, let me just speak to them, you know, just say good morning or whatever. Cause I just don't want no confrontation if I don't say good morning or something like that. So just like, okay, I'm just gonna speak. So one day, I was getting off of the school bus and I remember the man, they were pointing at me, like getting off the school bus, walking home, and the men were pointing, like they were just pointing at me. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I was just trying to, you know, play it cool, make it seem like I didn't know what was going on. But once I hit the corner of a side street, y'all, I booked it. Like I ran all the way home so freaking fast because I'm like, why would grown men be pointing at me? I don't know these men at all. So oh Jesus, I don't even know why I tried to tackle that whole large section like that.
I'm putting a little bit more sun. Braid the hair.
It seemed like my hair tangles and mats a lot at the roots. So yeah, also I cannot blow dry my hair out straighter than this. Like I just freaking suck at it. Anyways, back to the story. It was weird. Now, I don't think I told my parents or them anything about this at the time. Why? I have no idea. Well, maybe because it was something in the back of my mind that was just like, okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating. Like I just kept like doubting myself in the back of my mind. I was like, maybe they weren't even pointing at me. Like maybe I'm just being so freaking paranoid and they wasn't pointing at me. Me being paranoid and scared, I was just like, get up out of this situation, you know, let me just run home. So I wasn't completely sure that they was pointing at me or whatnot, even though they was, y'all. But I honestly don't know why I would think that they wasn't, or why I would try to give it like the benefit of the doubt. The second day, I walked to the bus stop. You know, everything was cool. I didn't see these men. But when I got home, as soon as I got off the bus, the men, they were pointing again. And this time, I heard one of the men, it was two different men. I heard one of the men say, "There she go." Like, there she go right there. There she go. And I looked, and they were definitely pointing directly at me. And y'all, my heart was beating so freaking fast. Like, I didn't know what to think at this point, because you got prostitutes out here. You got grown weird men that will stop in front of our house. It was just, you got people robbing people at gunpoint. You got people on drugs. I was terrified. I was shooken up. So once again, I was playing it cool. I don't even know why I was playing it cool. But like on the main street, like the same street that the shop that the men were on, like that main street, I was just, first of all, they kept calling like, "Hey, hey," like they kept doing stuff like that. So I was ignoring it, pretending like I didn't hear it. I was listening to my MP3 player because I had an iPod, but it got stolen. So I probably shouldn't even be laughing telling the story, but y'all know I can't help it that I laugh all the time. So yeah, my iPod had got stolen, so I was listening to my MP3, so I was trying to make it seem like I couldn't hear them, like my music was too loud. And y'all, when I hit that corner, I ran. And I remember looking back, and the man was actually running behind me. I got home. I believe I could have been the only one home when I got home. I got home and I called my brother, and I believe I called my dad. And honestly, I don't know who I called. I called somebody, and I was telling them the situation, and they were just like, "Stay home, lock the doors. Do you remember what they looked like?" And all I knew was they was black men. Like, I didn't remember what they was wearing, none of that. I got home, I pretty much told him the story. And honestly, it ain't no telling how my dad felt. Now when I look back at it, he probably was like, because it was really nothing like, it was really nothing that my dad could do. Not trying to say it was nothing he could do, but it was like, it's not like he could walk me to my bus stop in the morning. It's not like he can walk me back home from my bus stop. And if he could, he would, I'm sure. Listen, like I said before, earlier, my parents, like, they just had, basic jobs and stuff. Also, with already calling out of work, like, they really couldn't afford to miss any days from work, or they would lose their job. And you have to understand, at this time, my parents had a lot of kids that they were responsible for. So, me, my sister, and my 4 brothers. So you got 6 kids that you're responsible for. 3 of them in high school, the other 3 in daycare. So you got young babies, you got old kids. You have basic ass jobs that's probably not even enough to even afford the kids that you have. So there really is no, "Oh, let me talk to my boss and see if it's okay if I change my schedule and I come in late so I can walk my daughter to the bus stop." Like, there really is none of that. So I can only imagine how my dad felt. He probably felt helpless. Like, phone is about to die, so let me put my phone on the charger, and I'm gonna come back and finish the story, okay? Anyway, so I told my dad, and y'all, my dad, he gave me a knife. He went in the kitchen, he found like this little small knife, and he gave it to me. And he told me if the man was to do it again, and if he get close to me and approach me, to stab the man, right, y'all? And I honestly, because y'all, this had to be like 10, 11, 12 years ago. I don't know. How old are you when you were in the 10th grade? I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember like feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't want to kill no one. Right? Stupid kids. Like, oh, I'm not trying to kill nobody now. But what if the man was trying to kill me? Right? And I'm just sitting here like, well, I'm not trying to kill nobody. So he gave me a knife and he was telling me, he was just like, you just gotta jab it, like jab it. My dad literally had to tell me to stab a man, to keep the knife in my purse. And he told me exactly where to, oh, I'm getting water all on my pillows. He told me exactly where to stab the man to. Now that, I don't remember that. I don't remember if he told me in the stomach or like somewhere up here. I do not remember exactly where he told me to stab this man. I remember not wanting to have to stab this man. Like, I did not want to stab this man. But he was just like, you gotta do it. Like, I don't care. You gotta do it. Like, what are you worried about? Like, he almost was getting mad that I was kind of hesitant. Because you have to think, like, because he really needed his job to provide for these 6 kids, he was stuck. Like, he was stuck in a place. Of course, if he could walk me to school every day, would walk me to my bus stop every day, of course, if he was there to handle the man himself, I'm sure he would. So the fact that he's just doing the best that he felt he could do at the time, which was teaching me how to protect myself. And the fact that I was just hesitant, like, I don't know. He was kind of like upset about it. Like, he was just telling me, like, you have to do it, Ebony. He told my brother that he would have to start walking me to the bus stop, like getting up early and walking me to the bus stop. And also, after school, like I said, we went to different schools. Me and my siblings, we went to different schools, high schools, and we rode different buses. So my bus would actually get home before my brother's bus. But by the time my brother's bus got home, I actually had to catch the city bus. I had to catch the city bus to go downtown to the museum to get my volunteer hours so I can have the Bright Future Scholarship. So my brother, he told my brother that he would have to walk me to the bus stop in the morning and also walk me to my bus stop when I went to volunteer after school. After that, luckily, luckily I never had to stab that man, y'all. Like, after that day when he chased me home and I was just so freaking scared, I really did not see him again, like, for the next couple of weeks. So I was starting to feel safe again. So I was starting to feel safe. I think I could have taken the knife out of my purse. It got to the point where, like, my brother, he was walking me to the bus stop faithfully. Boy, it got to a point where I told my brother, and he listened. I told my brother, like, oh, I'm good. You don't have to walk me to the bus stop no more. I didn't want to hold my brother up because my brother, I would say, I don't know if I would say he was popular, but he had a lot of friends, and him having to walk me to the bus stop was kind of like interrupting him being with his friends or whatever. So I didn't want to, like, hold him up. Like, I haven't seen this man in a little minute, you know, like, it's been some weeks. So I gave my brother the okay, not my dad. But me, I gave my brother the okay to pretty much stop walking me to the bus stop. Why did I do that, y'all? I do not know. Y'all, I don't know why I told my brother to stop walking me. I don't know why I took that knife out of my purse. As y'all probably guessed, yes, I did run into this man again. And he actually got much closer to me. Like literally walked straight past me and stopped in front of me. My brother wasn't there and I didn't have the knife. I'm tired. I don't got time to be dealing with this. My head finna get whatever braids I give it because I can't just keep doing these braids. So yeah, y'all, to pretty much continue the story. It was actually after school. Walked to the bus stop and was about to get on the bus so I could go volunteer, you know, get my little volunteer hours in. And the man, he walked up and he came to me and he said he thought that I was someone else. He thought he was looking for an old friend, and he thought that I could have been the old friend's daughter. But now that he was seeing me up close, he realized that that was not the case. And then he went on about his day. Now, even though, let's say that is true, which I kind of believe that is true, but he had a weird way of going about doing it. Like, this old friend that you're looking for, you thought I was her daughter, so you was gonna chase me down? Like, it does not make sense. A grown man, you gonna chase down a little girl because you trying to get in contact with her mom? Or like that don't make sense. You trying to get in contact with a old friend that you haven't seen in a while, and you see somebody that look like it could be her daughter. Like, why are you trying to flag down her daughter though? Like, it don't make sense. But being that I never saw that man like anytime going forward, it's just like if he really had ill intentions or he was trying to do something to me, he would have like, I assume he would have kept coming around, or he would have eventually did something. I honestly don't know. Why would you chase like, you a grown ass man, why would you be chasing a child? So I don't know. I just wanted to tell that story because it's just so freaking weird. But also when I look back at it, kids are so freaking dumb. Like, it's a lot of things that's just like, kids, and it kind of goes back to, like I said, what really made me think of the story was the YouTube video I saw when the lady was talking about, like, her daughter was smart enough to delete the man messages and stuff off of Facebook. Like, the daughter was smart enough to delete his messages, ignore him when he was contacting the daughter. But she never told her mom about the situation, and she never blocked him. Like, she never blocked him. So because she didn't block him, she would only delete his messages, which I'm sure she thought she was doing the right thing. But because he was never blocked, he was able to like look onto her Facebook page and start piecing, you know, stuff together to, you know where she lives, know what city and state she in, know what high school she goes to. So it just makes me think, like, kids can be so freaking stupid. Like, what was I thinking back then? Even when I was telling y'all, like, how grown men would stop their cars in front of our house, like, while they driving down the street and just stare and look at us. Even then, I don't think I've ever told my parents about that. Because I know if I would have told my mom or my dad about that, they would have turned the up, okay? my mama would have been out there causing hell, like cussing people out, ready to go to jail. My dad probably be out there ready to kill somebody. Because this happened while they were home. Like, they were actually home when we would go outside on the front porch. Like, they'll be in their room doing whatever it is that they're doing, tending to their younger kids and stuff. And this would happen. And all we would do, like me and my friends, or me and my older sibling, like my sister, all we would do, we would just go in the house. Like, just go in the house and just feel like, you know, we did the right thing. Like, we went in the house, what else is there left to do? So our solution was going in the house. We never, I mean, I don't think I ever told my mom or my parents. Like, and that's weird. That's kind of like the same type of thinking of the young lady on Facebook. Like, she felt like she handled it. So, you know, but that goes to show, like, the mindset of children. Like, just being so young, like, being young and being smart. Like, you can be smart, because I was in 11th grade and I was a full-time college student. My whole 11th and 12th grade year of school, I did not take high school classes. I took college classes. I had a college schedule. I was waking up, and on Mondays and Wednesdays, I had classes like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm catching the city bus to go to a college campus. Like, I was a full-time college student. So I was like in a special program or whatever that allowed me to do that. So I was smart. Like, it wasn't like I was a dumb child. Like, I was smart. I was very bright. I graduated. I walked across the stage for my AA degree before I even walked across the stage to get my diploma. Yes. So I was a very smart child. So, you know, like, you think like you making good decisions, like you can think for yourself or whatnot. But I think what it is, like, being a young child, it's the innocence. It's being naive. Like, yeah, we're smart. Like, we book smart. Like, we know right from wrong. But it's like, the thing that hurts us is that we always want to see the good in people. We always want to see the good in the world. And we just don't believe people can truly be like evil like that. That is just scary. Like, do y'all have any stories like that? Were you a child and you felt like you made the right decision, but because like you were being naive, or like you didn't, like you at being like, do y'all have stories like that? Where maybe you didn't tell your parents about something because you feel like you handled it yourself, and it could have went really wrong or went really left. And then to think about, like, all of the kids, every day I log into Facebook, it's another child that's missing. It's another child that's missing and can't be found. And parents are just confused. Like, parents don't know where their child is. Parents don't know what's happening. Know nothing. It's just terrible, like, the amount of children that go missing each and every day. Each and every day I log onto Facebook, there is another child missing. Another child missing. So it's serious. Like, if y'all have children, just talk to them. Like, I have a child. I talked to Jaden. I talked to Jaden about human trafficking, sex trafficking. Not really, like, I didn't go into detail like that, but I told him, because his school sent out the email. His school sent out an email about human trafficking, how they were going to be having like some type of conversation about it after school, if you want to go to the school and they talk about it or something like that. And I was shook. I'm like, the school sends out an email about sex and human trafficking? This is an elementary school. Like, I was shook. So I was just like, okay, we ain't going to the meeting, but I need to sit down and have a conversation with Jaden about this. So, what I did, I just told Jaden, I was just like, you have to be careful. Pretty much telling him like he can't trust all adults. If somebody you don't know try to talk to you, ignore them, go the other way. If an adult that you do not know is telling you like, here goes some candy, or try to give you a toy and you don't know them, do not take it. Even though Jaden don't eat candy, so I'm not concerned about the candy thing. But like if it was like a toy or like money or something like that, I'm like, Jaden, don't take it. It's bad people out there in the world that want to hurt you and take you away from your family and friends, and you will never see your family and friends again. That's pretty much what I told him. I said, it's bad guys. They're bad people. So he was just kind of like, well, if they're bad people, why are they not in jail? And I was like, well, see, the thing is, it's just so hard having these conversations. I was like, well, let me put my makeup on first. Really, it's not much. I just use NARS. Y'all can't see it. NARS Luminous Foundation. I think this is dark 1. Y'all can't see. This is dark 1 Trinidad. And I'm using this old cheap behind brush. Spray some water on it. Same water I sprayed on my hair. And then I just go drop. Cause y'all can kind of see like the discolored right there. You might can see my scar right there a little bit is going away. So I just do one skirt. And that's it. And just dab it out. And that's all I do pretty much. I might put on some eyelashes off camera because I do have a couple YouTube videos to make today. But anyways, so I was telling him it's bad people in the world, but they don't look bad. Like they look like nice people. But if the thing is, if you don't know them, and if I didn't tell you to expect these people to like pick you up, or if I didn't tell you about these people, then, you know, don't listen to them, go the other way. The only adults that you can trust is me, Mario, your grandma, papa, your uncles, aunties, and your teachers. Everybody else, I don't give a damn about them people. They can't tell you what to do. And they could be bad people, pretty much. I mean, I honestly don't know. Like, how do you talk to your kids about trafficking and stuff? I mean, of course, like growing up, it was people out there molesting people and, you know, kidnappers and stuff, like serial killers. But it really wasn't on this level. It really wasn't on this level. So it's very scary. It's just a new day and age. The baby hairs kind of look weird because they orange. Look better. I didn't mean to dye it. I did not mean to. And it got a little sheen to it too. I don't want it to be shiny. Listen, I don't want it to be shiny. Yeah, I just need to put on some lashes. Yeah, I just wanted to do this get ready with me type of video. I do have a lot of YouTube videos to do and to upload today. Well, to create and then upload throughout the week. So y'all will see a lot more videos, and y'all more than likely will see me doing videos with this hair, okay? But anyways, if y'all want me to do more story times, because I have a ton of stories, okay? If y'all want me to do more story times, please leave that down below. But thank y'all so much for watching, and until next time.